Good morning and welcome to the channel of love. It feels very autumny. Let me just find my glasses. Okay, I've chosen some cards and we have like an autumn candle going there. Happy Monday to you. Oh, it is a bit chilly. A chilly willy, I wanted to say. Okay, here's our cards. We have a brand new week. It feels like we're going into a brand new season. We sure are. What's your favourite season? Autumn and spring are mine. What springs to mind for you? What's your favourite season? Let's start with the steampunk Lenormands. Should we have a collective autumn reading? I do plan on doing the individual star signs, and I felt like I was to put them not in their seasons but in their elements, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. It will figure itself out. But should we have a collective reading for this autumn? What's on the cards for us as a collective this autumn time? Okay, that's nice. Card number 23. That piece of cheese there that little mouse is eating looks like a love heart. Can you see? Hello. The mice. Okay, nibbling away at, you know, that little love heart there looks like a jammy Dodger biscuit, but it's like instead of the centre being made of jam, the centre's made of biscuit. You jammy Dodger. Dodger. Okay. Card number 23, so if we add those together, brings us to a 5. There's a change. There's a transition happening. What have you dodged? You're managing to dodge a bullet. I am titanium is coming through. Let's read about the mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all run after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tail with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? My belly's on blue. Okay. 3 blind mice. Have you ever seen such a thing in your life? This is a negative card. I feel you're going to be able to dodge that farmer's wife who's got that carving tail and she wants to cut off your tail. She's got that carving tail. Is that what I just said? The carving knife wants to cut off your tail. I feel like cut off your story. Okay. Worry, anxiety, small problems adding up, a deep-seated concern, a draining situation. I asked what's on the cards for this autumn. There you have it. Okay. Well, what do the archangels want to say about this situation and how to go about it, how to dodge it? The farmer's wife is after you. page of Raphael. So that scene there just takes me to Jasmine waiting for a magic carpet ride. That's the Page of Cups, that energy. And then we have the Eight of Gabriel, which is the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of activity in that card and a lot of birds. It takes me to the outpost that was sent to the Dudleys, Pivot Drive, telling Harry that he was a wizard, and no matter what, how hard Mr. Dudley, was that his name? Were they Dudleys or Dursleys? I'm sure. One or the other, or maybe something completely different. But I'm taken to the scene in Harry Potter where, you know, they're trying to get his letter of acceptance to him, and Mr. Dudley. Whereabouts is Dudley? I feel that's in like Worcestershire. Anyway, because there's a lot of owls and birds, but I said owls, a lot of owls coming through. That I don't like that energy, a lot of owls coming through, because I feel like somebody's being like, maybe they're not sleeping under the stairs in the cupboard, but they're being mistreated. And so help is being sent, but it's like it can't get to the quadrant who's seeking help, who's seeking escape. The cards here say a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. Okay, so those messages regarding relationships or social invitations. And I feel there's an invitation trying to get to like Jasmine here. Or she sent an invite out to Aladdin. And in the physical there's no response, but there is energetically. In the non-physical, but it's making itself like apparent in the physical. A great deal of activity, sudden and important results, important communication. So there's something really important that's wanting to come through, but we have the family, a mean family, jealous, and don't believe in the magical arts, trying to block this. Cruel. But we saw what happened to them. What happens to the muggles who tried to interfere with divine order. Let's go to the Greek mythology reading cards. Three blind mice see how they run. And I feel that's what I'm feeling was it would be like to be a blind mouse. And they all ran after the farmer's wife because she cut off their tails with a carving knife and they seeked revenge. Have you ever seen such a thing in your life? There's three blind mice who are like following their senses. They know who's done them wrong. What's coming through is I may be blind, but I'm not stupid. Let's have a look at the Greek mythology cards. Hygeia, if that's how I pronounce that, it says good health. So the word hygiene's coming through, and like rats and mice and rodents, vermin, dirty, unclean energy there. So let's have a look at this good health. Hygeia was the daughter of Eclipsius, a famed physician who could heal any condition. However, it is not enough to rely on medicine to correct that which ails the body, and the ancient Greeks called on her for good health as a way of life, not just for healing when things go wrong. General fitness was important too. Hygeia would also assist in the prevention of sickness through cleanliness and good hygiene. A hymn to Hygeia pointed out that delights such as children, wealth and love could only be enjoyed with her blessing. Excuse me. There's a block in my throat which I can feel is like the blocking trying to get the message through. So it's like the energy here is trying to whisk your way into a healthier environment where it's clean, like a breath of fresh air. A hymn to Hygeia pointed out that delights such as children, wealth and love could only be enjoyed with her blessing. The serpent was a symbol of healing and health, and images of Hygeia often showed her holding a large snake which she fed from a bowl, demonstrating her caring nature. Hygeia seeks to encourage a healthy way of life which will support our ambitions, activities and peace of mind. So maybe think about detoxing, exercise or meditation to help your body manage the stresses of today's fast-paced life. Excuse me. Should we have some coffee? Let's see if some coffee helps with this coughing. Feel the energy of somebody like, you'll be the death of me. Like staying in a situation that's actually making everyone involved ill, toxic, unhealthy. Cheers. I'm going to go to the Druidcraft Tarot and read from the book. I was going to say, like, if I'm permitted, but I heard, like, we're going to push through the permission slip. It's like you don't have to ask for anybody's permission to be healthy and wealthy and happy. We've got two cards here. The Princess of Cups and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Sensitive, tender, imaginative. An opportunity to follow your dreams, the beginning of a project, good news, the arrival of a new soul in the world, the birth of a baby, the beginning of a loving relationship, a sensitive, loving and imaginative young person. Two of Pentacles in reverse. You may be in danger of losing money, energy or goodwill. Difficulty finding balance in your life or in setting goals or being self-disciplined. Crossing the line that separates being carefree from being careless. Just open to the image of the snake here. Crossing the line that separates being carefree from being careless. The underlying energy, the bottom of the deck, is the Seven of Wands. On guard comes through. Struggle, challenge, overcoming obstacles. You could be engaged in a struggle that challenges your supremacy or leadership, or simply your judgment, but you will probably find it exhilarating. Every problem solved strengthens our abilities or character. Confrontation, competition or rivalry, an inner conflict, the ability to view the situation from a clear vantage point. I feel that's where this reading can come in, helping you have the ability to view this situation from a clear vantage point. I'm helping you to dodge a bullet. Oh, that was coming through earlier, about coming through this unscathed. How does that sound? Cheers. The Heal Yourself reading cards. So let's have some guidance on how you can dodge this situation and come out unscathed. Have faith, of course. Have faith. This is a test. Faith requires you to believe in something that is not yet evident to the naked eye. With this card, there's a lot going on non-physically that will manifest, will show itself physically. To generate more faith, focus on the why. Your dreams, desires, feelings, attitudes and thinking, and not on the how. Action plan, strategies and skills. Your whole life you have been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is asking you to focus on the why. The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only on the why is that after some time of practice you will notice that the how will present itself to you. It is through your focused, positive thinking that you will create people, circumstances and events that will take you closer to your dreams. What you have mostly done is to focus on the how, which has made you doubt yourself. This means that you are vibrating negative thoughts into the universe, keeping your dreams away. Remember, you were created to be a co-creator here on earth, designed for achievement. Faith is knowing that everything is going to work out the best possible way, no matter what things look like. So this card came out in my last reading. I'm going to read the action steps again. It says, take a sheet of paper and in 7 minutes write down, not on a computer, all the things you would do or be or have if money and time were not obstacles. Do this exercise every day for 1 week. Then, at the end of each entry, write a number between 1 and 10. 10 being you definitely could make this happen within 6 months, and 1 being there is no chance you could achieve this goal in 6 months. Pick entries that are marked 7 or above and find one to focus your energy on. Soon the how will present itself and you will take a huge step closer to your most treasured dreams. This will build massive confidence and increased faith in the magic of the universe. What's coming through is apt, the song. Hey, so now you know the game. Are you ready? Because I'm coming to get you. Hold on, I'm on my way. Hey. Yeah. I'm looking to finish off with a message from Rumi. I just need to get the cards. Or we can have a little read from a book as well. Ask and it is given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Excuse me. There's a fog in my throat. A fog. That takes me to the story of when God sent frogs to the Pharaoh because he wouldn't listen. Okay. Enter the garden of the lights. Before I read this message, let's have a flick through this book. Where should we stop? Say stop. Say stop. The bottom part here. Each thought moves you closer or farther from San Diego. Just as it is easy for you to contemplate a successful trip from Phoenix to San Diego, it will be easy for you to contemplate a successful trip from financial insecurity to financial security, from sickness to wellness, from confusion to clarity. On your trip from Phoenix to San Diego, there will be no major unknowns, for you understand the distance between the two cities. You know where you are along the way, and you understand that moving in the wrong direction means to your success. Once you understand your own emotional guidance system, you will never again be confused about where you are in relationship to where you want to be. Also, you will feel with each thought that you offer whether you are moving closer to or further from your desired outcome. Should we carry on? 17 this is. If you are using any other influence as your source of guidance, you will get lost and go off track, for no others understand, as you do, the distance between where you are and where you want to be. But even though they cannot understand your desires purely, they will still continually add their desires to the mix. And so, only when you pay attention to the way you feel can you guide yourself steadily toward your own goals. Why does saying no to it mean saying yes to it? Your vibrational universe has the law of attraction as its basis. That means that your universe is about inclusion. When you give your attention to something that you desire and you say yes to it, you are including it in your vibration. But when you look at something you do not want and you say no to it, you are including it in your vibration. When you give no attention to it, you do not include it, but you cannot exclude anything that you are giving your attention to, because your attention to it includes it in your vibration every time, without exception. Okay, so enter the Garden of Delights. Sorry. Cheers, cheers. I'm taken to like, what does the Garden of Delights look like to you? It's just like, it's like Harry going to Hogwarts, and I suppose it all starts at platform 9 3/4. The magic of it, entering Hogwarts itself. Entering the Garden of Delights. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from its flight, singing out messages of love to spread delight with every sound? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavour to reach out. No one truly alive can ever be pawned to a prison or a tomb. Rumi. There is a sweet spot when entering the Garden of Delights, a moment where the senses have gorged themselves upon beauty and become heavy with their fullness, slowing the mind so that it can perceive the divine beloved dancing behind the veils of nature. But first comes the sensual feasting. Blooming orchids arrest the gaze with their startling and strange beauty. Nectar from the ripest fruits of the garden drips, luscious and sweet, upon a savouring tongue. Hungry for gossip, their ears shamelessly eavesdrop upon the birds in melodic conversations. They sing of greatest, most passionate love and boundless living joy. The ears open wide to take it all in. The craving for touch is sated by rough textured bark falling from the ancient trees. Soft, dewy grasses, cool in the shade, the crunching leaves making their sounds under the hot sun and dancing feet, and the caress of that sunlight upon bare shoulders, with weight of its own like a silken wrap placed just so by a caring lover's hand. The breeze, the very breath of the beloved Earth Mother, is sweet with scent of lavender and jasmine, warmed by the Sun Father. Jasmine here, look. Oh, drink it in until your arms raise themselves to heaven, your head tilts, eyes rolling back in your head, and your sacred animal body is mindless and in love. The garden of delights, narcotic in effect, lulling the senses from tension into sacred languor, that love may be experienced. Let us rest here in the midst of so much life, where the goodness of life is felt and the heart is free from any prison of pain or doubt. Come, be in the garden with me now, let us be free and feast to our heart's content. I feel that's the invitation now that's trying to get through. Come, be in the garden with me now, let us be free and feast to our heart's content. You have been granted entry into sacred space, a mirab, a sanctuary for worship. When the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited by your spiritual brother Rumi to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable, compared to that which is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is a natural part of growth. It can seem so risky, with such potential for heartache, and yet, what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul suffocated by fear and inertia? That is the greatest risk, of never really and fully being born into this world of wonders. So Rumi is your midwife, there to ensure full spiritual birth. He is standing at the threshold with you now, and you are being asked to cross this threshold from the life you have been living into the aliveness that is flickering and glowing at your feet. It is love's wild, hot embers at your sacred feet. They will erupt at any moment into a holy inferno, taking hold of you and igniting you from within, transforming you into living fire. To come alive requires shedding of so much adherence to the fear of death. The great brother whispers wisdom into your heart. You have heard it, felt it already. The fear of death is so much more terrible than death itself. Nothing is dying in you but fear, so the heart can live more freely. Death and life are twin angels, dancing together in communion with the sacred. They are not opposed. They bring the soul aliveness and make the garden of delights possible. They bring the seasons of the soul that foster growth and take the appearance of dying away, which is actually part of the cycle of life, again and again and again. You have been through much death, dear one, around you, within you. You have known this dark angel. That is why you are so full of life. Your attempts to stay as you have been, to render something in your life immobile or impervious to change, have failed. Let us celebrate. Yes. Cheers. Cheers. There is no delight in frozen moments long past. Why try, excuse me, why try to feast upon such food? It will not nourish you anywhere near as deeply and fully as fresh from the oven morsels of life. Come, let us taste all that is on offer. We'll drink headedly and sate our deepest thirst. Let us enjoy the richness of the meal in gratitude for its preparation and awe at the skill involved in such masterful creation. Do not let the memory of death starve you of your participation in life. Do you hold on still to that which is past? I will soothe you with a loving touch upon your back, and yet gently I will turn your head to the right and urge you to see the rising sun. Your life is blessed, you see. I want you to know this now. I want you to accept this now. Let those horrors of the past be gone. They are no more than phantoms. The garden is here now to be touched, tasted, seen, heard, felt, inhaled, and loved. This oracle comes to you with a message. A new day is dawning for you. This is a time when the past will very soon cease to have any hold over you. Bless you. You can hear Tialula sneezing. Your life is blessed, you see. This oracle comes to you with a message. A new day is dawning for you. This is a time when the past will very soon cease to have any hold over you. Celebration is imminent. You are invited into the golden light of divine plenty. Put your worries behind you now and step into your divine inheritance, where all is sorted according to kindness and grace. Perfect. Perfecto. Okay. Put your worries behind you now and step into your divine inheritance, where all is sorted according to kindness and grace. Harvest Festival. Okay, there you have it. This autumn, you are truly blessed. Okay, an invitation is on its way. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.